contact sport, and there's always a potential for getting hit or tripping up yourself on the field while you're going for a ball or trying to make a play. So in this video, I'm going to show you, the player, how to absorb a hit and roll out onto the ground to lessen the chances of serious injury. I'm also going to show you how to, if you trip yourself up while running along the field, how you roll through that trip so that you can get up and get moving, again, lessening your chances of getting injured. I'm going to demo 3 different types of what is known as a break fall. How to avoid knocking your head on the ground when you get hit from the front or from the back, and how to break fall if you get tripped running forward. So I'm going to do this without gear for the first part, and then we're going to do all 3 again with lacrosse gear on so players can see how it looks when you're actually geared up for a lacrosse game. So this is the break fall from the front. If you get hit chest to chest or shoulder into chest, this is how you can lessen the impact to the back of your head and your entire body. The concept of the break fall is to transfer all the energy of the hit across your entire body and not the point of contact, which is usually the top of the back or the back of the head on the ground. So this is what the break fall will look like if you get hit from the front. You get hit, you're rolling backwards, your hands fling out and slap the ground while you tuck your chin into your neck, right to the base of your sternum. So here's what it's going to look like. You get hit, you can roll right back up there. So one more time, you get hit, you're going to sting your hands and your arms, but you're not going to hurt the back of your head nearly as much as if you just fell back and whiplash the back of your head onto the ground. Slightly different angle, getting hit from the front, slap the turf with your hands as you're going backwards while you tuck your chin into your chest. You get hit, now I'm going to show you how to break fall if you get hit from behind and you don't know where it's coming from. So depending on which direction you're predominantly falling, you're going to choose which arm to tuck and roll with. So if you're getting hit from behind and you start falling forward, you don't want to pop your head right into the ground, and you definitely don't want to reach out with the hand. You break or seriously strain a finger, the elbow, the arms, the forearms, or your shoulder. This is a very rigid structure. In order to dissipate the energy from the hit, you've got to tuck and roll. So again, the head and chin are going into the chest while I tuck my hand underneath my opposite armpit. So it's going to look like this. I get hit from behind, I tuck and roll. You can continue rolling through that if it's a forceful hit, but the energy goes away from my head and chest all the way down the length of my body, and then the roll helps me dissipate that energy even further. So my whole body absorbs that contact. So one more time, same direction, you get hit, tuck, and you can pop right up. So from this angle, you get hit, you're rolling forward, tuck, and tuck as we go. Bam, bam. And that is how you break fall if you get hit from the back. So what if you get hit from one side or the other? The benefit of getting hit on the side is that when you land, you're probably going to land on your opposite side. Not as, you've got a lot more squishy things in this area that your head isn't going to impact the ground with, but that whiplash could still bang your head to the turf. So it's the same tuck and roll as the forward break fall and the backwards break fall. So you get hit from the side, you're going down, again, don't reach out, don't extend, tuck and tuck. So you're coming up, you get hit, and now you're there. From the opposite side, you get hit, tuck, and you're there. With all of those, it's always arm tucks in the armpit or arms slap back on the back one. Now let's look. I'm going to run from one side to the other. And I'm going to show you what happens if you get tripped up. Then we're going to do all of these while wearing gear. This is the forward roll if you trip yourself up going for a ground ball or a late pass or trying to do something where your feet aren't going to cooperate with you. This is what happens when you're going forward. Half speed first, and then I'll sprint. Half speed, tripped up. Full speed, tripped up. So you've seen the backwards break fall, the forward roll, the hit from the left and the right roll, and getting tripped up as you're running, rolling through that contact with the ground. Now we're going to modify these slightly due to our stick and the equipment that we're wearing. While I'm doing these, my brightly colored mouth guard will be in my mouth while I make contact with the ground. Wear your mouth guard, it's useful. So, as we're doing this, first one, hit from the chest. You've got a stick in your hand. So one hand or the other holds the stick while you do your hand slap. Palm hits the ground on your off stick hand. Back of the hand, whichever hand is grasping the stick, will hit. It's going to work like that. So, same body motion. Again, I'm tucking my head in, because even though I'm wearing the helmet, if I absorb less force with my brake fall, it's a good thing for me. So, let's get the mouth guard in and do this. Now for the brake fall, or the roll through when you get hit from behind and you're going to your left. And we'll modify it going to the right. So to the left, tuck, and roll. One hand on the stick. To the right is a little harder. You got to tuck this all the way down, but the stick will hit the ground. Go in this direction. Hit from behind. Oh. You heard me grimace a little bit there. That hurt, and all of these do hurt. The good news is the only thing that isn't hurting is my head. The whole side of my body and back is in a little bit of pain, but that's going to go away after a day and some ice. My head's been pretty much unaffected by all of this because it's not hitting the ground and I'm not absorbing a lot of energy into my head. So now, hit from the sides. Now, full half-speed run, you get tripped up, how to roll through it. Then full speed run, you get tripped up, how to roll through it. Here's what it looks like. That one. I did that one at full speed, and I gave myself a pretty good jump so you can see the impact of that force. Now if you get hit like that, you get launched into the air, or you're already in the air at a high point, and you hit the ground and just regularly whiplash your head, you're going to be hurting for a little while. But I've been doing all of these. My head still feels pretty good because I haven't hit it on anything very hard. My body has dissipated the hits, and that last one, full speed, high jump, and a big crash, the roll through and the break fall allows me to dissipate that energy. And while it hurt and it stung my whole body, and I still feel a little bit in my chest, my head and my extremities aren't busted up because my whole body absorbed that impact. My name is Corsetti with Atlanta Youth Lacrosse. Thank you for watching this video on how to break fall and roll through a hit or a trip while you're on the lacrosse field while you have gear on. It's important that you practice these with regularity in order to get the muscle memory to execute these moves in a game if you get hit or if you trip. So keep on practicing. We'll see you out on the fields. Thank you again for watching this video.